Hi, I'm Chris Hansen, blogger for Jackson Hole Traveler. Today we're taking in a walking tour of historic downtown Jackson. We'll be seeing some great sights along the way and learning a little bit of info as what made this town famous and really how it came to be.
I'm Linda Walker. I'm your tour guide. The tour lasts approximately 1 hour. This is our beginning point and will end over at the museum itself. I like to start the tour with a little bit of American history and then work into how Jackson was founded and developed. From 1820 to about 1840, fur trapper companies were formed and they went out west to hunt. And then they traded their trappings and so on. And that was really the first open door to the west of what it was like.
The walking tour that we're taking today starts from the town square. This is kind of the centrally located spot right downtown, easy to get to, and close by to all the shopping and other entertainment that you might want to check out. The tour is sponsored by the Jackson Hole Historical Society and Museum.
What he did with that arch, when you go north of town, you'll see a new hotel called the Rustic Inn, and there's a big arch there. That is the original arch that he bought.
Be sure to also check out our blog on the Jackson Hole Shootout. You can see the sign for it, advertising it right here. That's another thing you don't want to miss when you come to town. Happens every day, 6 p.m. on the square.
One of the decisions that was made was Joe Ruby was letting the bar get out of hand. It was too Wild West, too dangerous. Someone was shot during a card game, so the people in town recommended to Joe that he sell his bar. He sold it to a local rancher, Ben Go. They remodeled the Cowboy Bar more to what you're looking at now.
The history in Jackson is so rich, as you'll gather from the tour here. It initially started with, the Native Americans that were living here, and even before that, if you look into just what caused this area, this valley was really essentially just the result of a huge fault line, which is what created the Tetons and Yellowstone National Park, and really just what led to these massive mountains surrounding what is now geographically a small hole. That's where the word Jackson Hole comes from. What did you folks think of the tour today?
I think it was a good overall perspective of the history of the town from the very beginning right up to pretty near the present time. I enjoyed it a lot.
We're back at the Historical Society here Museum, and we finished up our tour. We've shown you a couple highlights of the day, but be sure and check out the entire tour to get the full story on historic downtown Jackson. Take a look around and browse through the museum. There's a lot of great artifacts and collections here before you leave, representing the history of Jackson Hole. We'd like to thank Linda, our tour guide today, and the Jackson Hole Historical Society and Museum for letting us come on the tour. And this is Chris Hansen, blogger for Jackson Hole Traveler, signing off.